How have human rights evolved across different civilizations? Imagine living in a world where your rights depend on your social class, your gender, or even your birthplace. Over thousands of years, societies have changed how they see and protect human rights. It's a story of progress, setbacks, and ongoing struggles. In ancient civilizations like Babylon, rulers created early ideas of rights. The Cyrus Cylinder from 539 BCE is often called the first human rights document. It talked about freeing slaves, allowing religious freedom, and promoting racial equality. But these rights were limited to those under the ruler's control and often based on social status. In India, Greece, and Rome, ideas about natural law started to take shape. These were unwritten rules believed to govern everyone equally, based on reason and nature. Roman law, for example, set legal principles that influenced many Western legal systems. But only free male citizens had political rights, leaving women, slaves, and foreigners outside the scope of these rights. Religious and philosophical traditions also played a role. Confucianism focused on social harmony and respect within hierarchical relationships. Buddhism emphasized compassion and reducing suffering. Judaism introduced ideas like the presumption of innocence and the right to asylum. These concepts influenced later Christian and Islamic teachings about equality before God and moral duties toward others. During the medieval period, documents like the Magna Carta in 1215 started to limit the king's absolute power. It gave certain legal protections to nobles and free men, marking a step toward recognizing individual rights within political systems. Still, many groups remained excluded from these rights. The 18th century brought a major shift with the Enlightenment. Thinkers like John Locke and Jean-Jacques Rousseau argued that rights are natural, equal, and belong to everyone. These ideas fueled revolutions in America and France. The United States Constitution and the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen declared rights as inherent and universal, challenging old social hierarchies and absolute rulers. In the 19th and 20th centuries, human rights expanded further. Democracy grew, and social movements fought for civil rights, women's rights, and workers' rights. After the devastation of two world wars, the United Nations created the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. This document set a global standard for dignity and rights that applies to all people, no matter where they live. From a sociological view, the way human rights have changed shows how societies and political systems have negotiated power and authority. Rights shifted from privileges granted by rulers to claims that belong to everyone simply because they are human. These changes reflected the rise of nation-states, democracy, and global connections that shape how rights are defined, protected, and challenged. Knowing this history helps us understand current issues. It shows how social institutions and political systems can both support and restrict rights. It reminds us that the fight for human rights is ongoing, and that progress depends on the continuous effort of societies and individuals working together.